Hey, good morning, friends. Pastor Jason here for our Friday check-in. Uh, Spending some time this morning kind of reviewing Matthew 6:25 through 34. It's one of the lessons that Pastor Angie shared with us on Sunday about Jesus telling his disciples, "Do not worry. Don't worry about what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink, your clothes." The very end, verse 34 says, "So do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring worries of its own. Today's trouble is enough for today." This falls in a section of Matthew where Jesus is throwing out some rapid fire teachings. He rolls off of the Beatitudes. He launches into the sermon: salt and light, law and prophets, adultery, divorce, oath, love for enemies, almsgiving, prayer, fasting, treasures, the sound eye, serving two masters, judging others, profaning the holy, ask, search, knock, the golden rule, the narrow gate, a tree and its fruit. Whew. Jesus is unpacking, unloading. Here's the good stuff. Here's the important stuff. Here's everything you need to learn. And a lot of these they're broken up in our Bible part, particularly here in the NRSV, are just little snippets. Some of these are just one or two verses. Just here, teaching, remember it. Here, teaching, remember it. Here, teaching, remember it. When we look at that section on do not worry, though, it stands out. It stands out a little bit for a couple reasons. One, it is noticeably longer than some of these other subsections through this Sermon on the Mount. And he repeats himself. Jesus repeats himself a lot in this text. "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, what you will drink, or about your body, what you will wear. And I tell you, do not worry. And I tell you, do not worry. Do not worry, saying, what will we eat? Do not worry, saying, what will we drink? What will we wear? So I tell you, do not worry." He's reminding them over and over and over again. And I think that speaks to just our human reflex to worry, our human reflex to try to look ahead towards something more when we're just barely getting by where we're at now. I don't know exactly how it fits in. That's where I'm spending some time this morning. But Jesus really tries to hammer this point home, much more than some of the other ones. "In everything you do to others, as you would have them do to you, for this, in everything do to others, as you would have them do to you. For this is the law of the prophets, the golden rule." One verse stands alone. Do not worry. 9 verses. He spends 9 verses teaching his disciples not to worry, and 1 on telling them the golden rule. 2 verses on entering in through the narrow gate. 5 on a tree and its fruit. 9 verses reminding his disciples and telling us not to worry because he knows we will. He knows that we're going to. It's instinctual for us. Maybe there's some safety. Maybe there's some self-preservation that's wrapped up in it. Maybe the kernel of that worry is not necessarily a bad thing. But when the worry becomes the idol, when the worry becomes the priority, when the worry starts to dictate our actions and our behaviors, that's when we have to be able to shut it down, name it, claim it, push it aside. When the worry becomes more than just a thought, when the worry becomes more than just a concern, when the worry starts to force us to take action, that's when we have to become very aware. Jesus spends more time in this sermon telling his disciples not to worry than anything else. It's almost of equal length as when he's teaching them how to pray. Think about that. During this sermon, during this major download of teaching, Jesus spends pretty much the same amount of time addressing how the disciples should pray and also telling them not to worry. I think that means that getting our worries under control is probably a big deal. That Jesus is really concerned that we might get out of hand. And as we look around us today, the ways that some of the ways that we're treating each other, some of the ways that we're talking about each other, some of the powers of this world, my friends, are using fear as a strong motivator, are using fear to manipulate us one way or the other. And I'm not delving into the perspective in any of that. What I'm saying, though, is that Jesus lays out a warning right up front for his disciples that you can't let the fear and the worry make the decisions. You can't let the fear and the worry dictate how you treat each other, how you act, how you live. You can't let the worry have control. So on this picture perfect, beautiful Friday morning before what looks like is going to be just an awesome, beautiful weekend, friends, I just invite you to take a step back today. Hey, jump into Matthew chapter 6, verses 25 through 34. Take it, maybe start at the Beatitudes, read through the Sermon on the Mount, see how long this section about not worrying is compared to some other things. Let Christ come speak into you. Let the Spirit speak to you a bit today about maybe something you're worrying about that you just need to let go. Maybe there's a worry in your life that's dictating your behaviors and your decisions, and maybe today is a good day to start to address that. So again, on this beautiful today, with enough trouble on its own, let's start to let go of the worries of tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to bring what tomorrow's going to bring. We can't do anything about that now, but we can focus on today. Try to minimize the worries, try to let go of some of their control upon us. Jesus thinks it's a big enough deal to spend a lot of time talking about it. Maybe this is a good day for us to stop and reflect some as well. Friends, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you're able to get outside, go for a walk, sit on your deck, listen to the birds and the bugs, or whatever you may hear around your house. Look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday at 8:30 up in front of Asbury Chapel. We have the communion elements. If you will be doing communion with us online at 10 a.m., you can come and pick those up. If you're coming to 8:30, we will have those there for you on Sunday morning, so you don't need to come pick those up in advance. But the office up at church will be open from 10 to 2 today if you need to come and pick any of that stuff up. Keep the schools in your prayers this week still, friends, for where your kids go, for where your friends and family may teach and work, for all of those around us as they're still working back into things. Pray expectantly. Pray with an eye towards the future, friends, but do not worry. Do not worry about tomorrow. Focus on today. Don't let worry take control of the steering wheel, friends. Wrestle it away. Focus on what's more important this day. Breathe in God's grace and beauty in this beautiful day, and let that have a little bit of control. Friends, have a great day. Be safe, be well. Remember how much that you are loved. Thanks.